What's good? I'm Skip.
And I'm DJ.
And this is DeCypherEd. And today we are breaking down Wiz Khalifa's classic mixtape / album, Kush OJ. Mm-hmm. And today we are doing a panel where we're bringing in additional guests to help us break down this album and provide some additional insight. And we'll do this once a month throughout the year 2023. And today we have Mike Rags from Rants. What's good, my brother? How you doing?
What's up, man? I appreciate y'all fellas for having me.
You already know. Yeah. And we got my boy Joe, a.k.a. the artist formerly known as Producer Joe.
Right. I'm back
from the OTR streets. Like I said, we talking about Wiz Khalifa's project, Kush OJ, a legendary project that came out in 2010, which also was kind of like a second golden age for hip hop due to the blog era. You know, with artists such as Wiz Khalifa himself, Wale, Currency. Damn, we forgot about Meek Mill last time. Yeah. Meek Mill, J. Cole, Drake. Did I say Crit?
Big Crit,
Crit, Childish Gambino, fucking Kid Cudi. You gotta look at this wall right here. Right. All of them. Yeah. Even Freddie Gill's bald head ass.
Right. Same era.
Jesus just went. Jesus was just hating him out.
Right.
But yeah, man. How do y'all feel about this project? Like, of course, I say it's a classic, but how do y'all feel about it? Like, some of y'all initial thoughts.
I mean, it stands the test of time. Like, when I listen to it now, I still feel as though like it don't feel like this came out in 2010. So when I listen to it now, even without my nostalgia, like bias towards it, like I can still like critique it and be like, this is a good body of work. You know what I'm saying? And then when I put my nostalgia on top of the shit, it just takes it like over the top. Cause like I was telling y'all earlier, like I've never heard a single person say anything bad about this project. It's always universally acclaimed as one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's up there for a reason. Well, we talking about this album for a reason. So I really appreciate like the time that when it came out for me, like personally, just like coming into my own, like as a man. Cause like that's right after high school, going into college. Yeah,
there's a lot of reefer around at that time. For some strange reason.
But I'm just saying, like it was a very pivotal moment in my life personally, as far as like the type of music I was listening to and opening up myself to. Because for the most part, like growing up, I didn't really listen to like rap like that for real until I got like to like high school, junior, senior year, freshman, sophomore year, college, like that year, though, like those years for me, like that's when I really just dove into a lot of music.
You a runaway Jesuit or something?
No, I mean, cause like, when I was growing up, we really mostly listened to like R&B. In the house.
That's and, my mama used to be on that shit.
Yeah, R&B and gospel for the most part.
This
so like,
was a Scientologist.
Nah, hell no. I am not Tom Cruise, man. Hell no, Minority Report.
Cause I agree with that. Like, my mama went playing that shit, and she used to call it bebop. You couldn't play that bebop in the house, so it was a lot of Carl Thomas and shit like that. So the older I got, just like that, it was able to be exposed. And then once you get out, especially with the internet age, because that was the blog era, like the internet was starting to get faster and more accessible. So you get into, artists that's outside of like your region. Because I remember like in high school, like it was just Wayne, Jeezy. You had like the people who was like, and this wasn't even like main, like Gucci wasn't even mainstream when we was in high school for real. It was like, that was everybody like guilty pleasure kind of.
Yeah, nigga, we was still listening to
Trill Fam,
man, for real. Like, what's the old dude? Right on 23, Jaywalker nigga.
MP.
MP.
MP. We gotta get him in for an interview.
MP really had to sit in a chokehold.
Because it was like, bro, like it was. I remember like niggas like, yeah, with that punchline shit, it's Wayne and it's MP on everything. Nigga, what it do on Coming Down? Shout out to MP, man.
Yeah, man.
You got it
in the making, baby.
Coming Down.
Like. This, like you said, this is that formidable years type album. Like, if you were lucky enough to like go into college your freshman year with this type of shit, like to listen to, like it probably changed the way you rock, man. Like for real. Like this was like time. It wasn't. It's not like time capsulated for me, but it's still like you'll never get no moment like that again. To where it's like it'll shape your whole mental. Plus, like it was literally shaping your mental, nigga. You find a jaded.
Yeah.
Like you really about to go into something.
This made it cool. This made it cool mainstream wise to smoke
weed again.
Yeah.
And then like at the time, nigga, this when like flavors really started dropping. Like remember it was just like Kush and Perk.
Yes,
Kush and Perk. Like then, like right then, that same time, like you start getting shit like Headband and Freight Train, all them crazy ass. Like so, nigga, you got some crazy to roll up.
It was a wild time in that era, bro. Like it was some different bright green shit every time it got rolled up. It was like, bro, what's this? Nigga, this is crack-a-lacking.
Right, like why that shit green, red, and orange?
Because it make you crack-a-lack. Your back start cracking for no reason. Why do I want that? Nigga, just smoke it. And then you get high off that shit.
Yeah.
And right before you start tweaking, Wiz come on to bring you back down and mellow you back out. And then you look down and somehow you in like cargo fatigues
right,
and shorts. Like you don't even know how your clothes got changed.
Changing.
Like you look up and your whole style in the change. Like he really ushered in the era. Like him, people don't want to give him his credit, and we'll talk about this on another episode probably. But him, Wale, him and Wale in particular, like really ushered in a whole like different style,
right.
like
niggas is dressing
trend and genre in. But like before A$AP Rocky, before all of them niggas, like it was Wale and Wiz for real.
Yeah.
They niggas got to get them their respect. Exactly. You might not like that nigga raps, but like fashion wise, like a lot of the shit you wearing is because of Wale.
Especially Wale with like the jerseys and shit. Like
key shoes too.
Yeah. Like a lot of people credit that time frame to Fab, but I give it to Wale, bro.
Like look at like the biggest reseller company out, StockX. Who was the first person that like supported?
Even mentioned
Wale. Like Wale put StockX on, bro.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah.
But Wiz Khalifa, who want to do their favorite songs first?
Let's go, Mike.
Damn.
I know we gotta put the guest star. We gotta put the guest star and the co-host.
My 5 favorite would be Mesmerize. Still Blazing. Slim Skit. I'm gonna have to put it in there. I know it's not technically a song, but I love the Slim Skit. Up and Good Day.
Okay.
Then you got your honorable mentions, Glass House, of course, because they just went so crazy in the good shit, all of them. But those are my top 5 though. Those first: Mesmerize, Still Blazing, Up, Slim Skit, and Good Day. Those are my the go-to every time I turn on the Kush and orange juice.
Since you put him on Front Street, it's your turn.
But yeah, to go off what he just said, like the first songs I go to, In the Cut and Never Been. Top 2 songs for me personally. Like I was saying earlier, like that's just one of them songs that you ride down the street to. And you want them people to know that you coming.
Yeah.
So you turn the song back so they can know that you listen to it. When that bass come in the cut, bruh, like them 2 songs are just like so amazing to me. And then he was able to do a remix to both of those songs on, later mixtapes, and it still like hold weight to the original. So, but yeah, In the Cut, Never Been, Glass House. I'll probably say Up. And Visions. I'm gonna change it from Visions.
Yeah, I did like Visions.
I'm gonna put Visions in my top 5. I'm gonna change it. But I love every song though. Like don't get it twisted. Like it ain't a skip on here. But I'll probably say Visions, Glass House, In the Cut, Never Been, and Up.
Okay, I got The Statement, the original. I got The Statement, the original. Shit. Never Been. Good Day, Glass House, and I go Still Blazing. And honorable mention is Supply, the outro, the song after the outro with Nesby Phillips.
Yeah.
What you got, Joe?
I gotta go Mesmerize. And they all number one. My top 5 is all one. Mesmerize, Statements, Still Blazing, Kid Frankie. It's funky. Visions. Because I the more I think about Visions, the more like that was our go-to song. Like that was a reason to go to that album, like from the jump. And was that fine?
You got one more.
Yeah, you got
more.
Where I said
you said mesmerized,
still blazing, Kid Frankie statements. It's probably gonna be up. Yeah, now like that I'm rethinking about it, it's gonna be up because like that's another one where I just like I roll one up and just put that song on. Literally, I play that song like 5 times in a row and then just play.
Cause the intro to Visions, like just that sample or whatever it is, like before we get into his raps, like just it kind of changed the tone of the album back to the smooth shit because you got In the Cut right before that, and Never Been right before that. So it just changed the style and like slow it down for the rest of the album. So I mean, I could swap that out with my honorable mention, but I just like what Nesby Phillips did, man. Like Visions is good. Like Visions might actually be in my top 5, but like my top 5 is really 18 songs long. So right. You know, I ain't gonna sit here and try to take one out because I'm gonna take one out and replace all of them, and we're gonna be up 30
like,
minutes.
This album 13 years old, and we still having a hard time trying to mesh out a top 5. You know what I'm saying? So, and we've been listening. This ain't one of them like one and done, like forget about it type albums. Let me go. No, nigga, I listened to this album last month, and
like this shit is still in rotation.
It's still in my heavy rotation. I still don't know what my top 5 songs is.
Right.
Like it's that hard.
And I know my first time ever listening to Kush OJ, I can remember. We
gotta talk about that too, though. Like when your first time.
I was at Campus Way. I already know.
Me too.
0159. I was a freshman though. I wasn't staying. I wasn't able to stay at Campus Way, but I spent a lot of time there, and I just kept hearing. Cause like you said, at that time it was a lot of trap. You was either gonna get trap or like book back conscious. Like there wasn't no in between. And then Wiz, Currency, Cole, Kent, like all them kind of came and filled this little space. Like we gonna give you some bars, but we gonna try to focus on these vibes.
Yeah.
And I just remember vibing out so hard. Like it kind of felt like you in one of those sensory pools that they have now. You just floating mentally. Like it really, even to this day, when I listen to it today, I was like, yeah, it took me right back to that first time.
Yeah.
Our young little brains getting melted off this marijuana, bro. Like getting introduced to these sounds like that we ain't never heard before. Like that was like our introduction into like tripping music for real. Because I remember the first time I heard In the Cut, bro. I felt like I was in a loop on the chorus for a long ass time. Like I felt like he just kept saying, "Keep one rolling." For like an hour.
Seance music, bro.
and this was like, nigga thought he was deep. Nigga smoke, we think you deep and shit. So I'm like, bro, like he said is he like tunnel vision? Like he keep on one road? And it was like, no, nigga, he keep one road. I was like, oh, stop smoking the weed. Okay. But yeah, like that was probably the song that like I got trapped in first, and then secondly, but it was more so just the chorus. But the song that really, damn, did I not put Good Dank in my 5?
I don't think so.
It gotta be in there. It gotta be in there. Because that's like if I had to pick one single song from this album, it'd be Good Dank. Like I feel like he perfected like his style on that song. Like that is quintessential Wiz. I feel like if you walk up to somebody and be like, hey bro, like what's a Wiz song you feel like defined his catalog? Like probably out of 10 people, I think 5 or 6 will say Good Dank.
Yeah.
If they really know.
Yeah, it's just like the smooth, it's like the smooth, like his smoothness, like the charisma, like he had bars in here, he was talking shit, he was singing, and like this 70 like guitar, bass guitar run, like it's just perfect for like that's the album cover to me. Like that song is the album cover to me. So that's my top 5. Good Dank. Just that song on repeat for real.
And we was talking about like it didn't have a theme or a concept, but it I mean, of course it got something on the face value. You're going with the 70s pimp style, you know what I'm saying? Just tell all, do all type player type shit. But it's like at the end, like the back end, like the true, like the underlying story, it's like he trying to like, I feel like he weeding people out of his life on the way up. That's why I kind of like he backhanded bitches on the way out the way and goddamn like fuck you, fuck out, fuck you. Be like I feel like his underlying tone, just him being an artist, was just like
carving his lane out.
Right? Yeah, it's like bro, I don't really fuck with a lot of people. That's why he had like seldom to none features. The features he had to push it to the back of the album. You know what I'm saying? He made sure he made his statement, his voice, his sound, and then I'm gonna get to the features toward the end. It's like it's a lot of. I get a lot of flicking ashes out the window, fuck them bitches type energy.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying, like
in most instances than one. Real, like he definitely. I think this was the album that he made when he found a groove with who he was. He was starting to like really find a groove with the position that he had reached. Like, cause even after this, like his artistry continued to change, but like I feel like. This was when he was like, yeah, I'm Wiz Khalifa. Like, I'm actually like in a position to be culturally defining.
Right.
And he really did that. Like, and he stuck the landing on this one with doing something completely different. Cause it was like you said, like all we was getting was like either one side or the other. Yeah. So it was definitely nobody coming with like no recreations or something like from the 70s. Like this shit sound like it would have played on the original Shaft. Like, so it's just like, it was, for real though, like, bro, like you can't tell me like them skits from when he was on the radio don't sound like some Shaft would be listening to. Before he running a nigga down like on a back alley or some shit. Like it just,
oh, fuck you nigga, you want no smoke.
You trying to get high. Oh, this messed up, man. For real, like it just like this just sounded like his arrival project. And shout out to Currency too for the melting pot that he helped him create around this era too.
That 70s vibe, like you said, ain't nobody really ever went that
and ain't nobody been able to pick it back up either
since.
Nope.
Because now if you do it, you're gonna sound like you're trying
too hard. Yeah,
for real.
And you have some people who try to do it like Primo and Larry, but they still don't. Even if you hear it, you still think of Wiz first. Though it gives you like Wiz came in and said, pretty much this is my sound. Yeah. And like anything that sounds like this after this, it came.
You kind of bite.
Yeah, I mean,
it came from this, like really.
You got a lot of Wiz in your diet.
The space and opportunity was there. He just took it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, filled that void. It was a big gap right there, waiting on a nigga like Wiz.
And also something I noticed today when I was listening to it again that I really didn't. I guess have the bandwidth to really take in previously. It's not just old school 70s shit. Like it's like that's what we caught on to at first, but like it's really like a lot of it's some of his Pittsburgh shit. Like it's like the Southern New Orleans mixed with Currency, but it's also a lot of like old school mid 80s West Coast on here too. Yeah. Like Kid Frankie, like
I live like sucker free.
For real,
that's
like Too Short.
That's straight up
for real. So it's and that's why I think it's so hard to replicate because he used so much that was unique to him, like from all of the places that he had been. Like when you go back and listen to it, it really sounds like pieces of. And I know this shit kind of sound cliche, but it do sound like a lot of pieces of shit that he had been doing, working up into this project.
Yep.
Like you hear pieces of everything. Like it's a little auto-tuning type shit, not all the way flight schoolish, but kinda. It's a little of that young kid from Deal or No Deal on here. It's definitely some how fly on here. Like that's like all through here, and it's some partnership of the influence from the New Orleans bounce for Currency, and all like wrapped up in a nice 70s bow. Because the cover was, I can't remember whose cover it originally was, but Wiz just like put his face on it.
Yeah, photoshopped his head on there. Yeah,
I want to say Otis Redding, but I might be wrong as hell. So like, if y'all watching this, like, let us know in the comments what the original, whose original cover this was.
Okay.
Since we got to this point where we talking about the album and like all of the stuff that it kind of represents, like how do y'all feel about the impact of this project 10 years later, 12, 13 years later?
I'll probably say the impact on like as far as music is one of those ones that you can like, it's like we said, we can always go back to no matter what, but also it really solidified Wiz as the artist like that he can really stand on his own because he didn't really have a cosign. like Drake had Wayne, Big Sean had Kanye, Cole had Jay-Z. Well, Kendrick didn't really have a cosign per se.
He had the whole West.
He had the whole West. But like
Dre did sign off on him early on that recipe.
Yeah. So I'm just like, Wiz was one of the very few artists that came out during that time, like that melting pot of artists that made his statement without a big cosign.
Yeah.
And so that's why I feel as though another reason why this is so important of a project.
Him and Crit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, as far as the impact of this album, because like I said, it's universally acclaimed. Like, I've never heard no one, like anyone say anything bad about this project. Yeah. So I just, like, for me personally, like, I heard Wiz for the first time on This Plane was the first song, like very first song I heard by Wiz. That was on Deal or No Deal. And then that made me go back and listen to all his other mixtapes. So at that point, I was genuinely following him. So like, and then when Kush and Orange Juice came out, the first song I heard was, and that's why another reason why this is so important to me, because without Kush and Orange Juice, I wouldn't know who Big Crit was. Because Glass House was the first song I heard off of this. Like off the project. Because I didn't know, like, because when it came out, like, I don't know, like, just for me, I was like on live mixtapes, Dat Piff, like, that's how I found a lot of my songs. Because, you know, you can download singles and you can download the whole mixtape. So I was just going through live mixtapes and I saw that song, Glass House, and it was in my list to, like, listen back to or whatever. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? So I downloaded it, and then it came out, Kush and Orange Juice, and that was on there. So I was like, oh, okay, so this is on this. Okay. You know, because you know how they bootleg songs like back then for mixtapes.
You never know what tape that shit
you never know what the shit was going to pop up at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I heard Glass House first, and then I heard the project. And like I said, without this project, I wouldn't know who Big Crit is. So for me, like, it just introduced like a different sound during that time frame. And then it introduced me to different artists because, granted, I know who Currency was because of Wayne and Squad Up and Cash Money and all that. But for the most part, like, it made me want to go listen to Currency as well on his own because I heard him on here.
And boy, was he cooking in his time.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just like, it introduced too many pivotal artists for me in terms of what I like to listen to.
Still to this day.
To this day, exactly.
Damn, I want to do it, but I don't want to yell.
Right.
So yeah, that's why I feel as though it's important. And then, like I said, I can listen to this now and still judge it, you know what I'm saying, like, without my nostalgia bias, as a decent or amazing project. However you want to word it, I don't care. She is a classic.
Right.
Fuck
yeah. Classic. It was an instant classic when it dropped.
Yeah.
It's felt an instant classic. Like, as soon as it hit, we was missing just not having a goddamn shoot 'em up, bang, bang. And like, niggas like us needed this type of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I wouldn't have been the same cat on the Alabama A&M campus had all I had was Gucci 3D the movie. And, you know what I'm saying? And Jesus, right. If that's all I had to go motivation off of, because that's what I was listening to. I was still listening to that, but like, if I didn't have this splice in there, just sprinkle it, I know I wouldn't be the same nigga I am now. So that's like the impact. Like, I can, and I'm a real.
Damn, that shit crazy. Like, Wiz really like cleanse niggas' palates.
Yeah, it really did, bro.
He responsible for a lot.
At a pivotal moment, bro. This was our freshman year in college, bro.
He really did.
He could have dropped something a lot more out there, riff rappy, bebopish, like your mama say, and that shit we would have been like we would have flew by night. We would have never heard of Crit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Currency probably wouldn't have been the same nigga. We needed this shit. It was the perfect time, and like I can't really think of an album that needed to be released. Like, it can be released now, but it needed to be released right then.
Yeah,
it needed it right then.
I definitely agree. And damn, like that, like this, I didn't expect us to get to this resolution that he really was like coffee beans. Like, he really like reset niggas' palates and like opened us up to like so much of what would be available, like from 2010 to like 2013. Like, it just made it cool to like other music that was like outside of what we had previously been exposed to. So yeah,
man. We from Alabama, man. Like we don't have.
We get what we get fed.
Like we get fed, right? All our music. So like we just got to take what folks give us. Like if had this not been in our dichotomy, like ain't no telling what I be on right now. Like it's really weird.
Oh, it's definitely a telling.
right.
We just ain't gonna say it, but
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy, man.
They your ass will be on 3rd Avenue. Ain't that what a platinum is?
Yeah. Platinum on 2nd. 3rd Avenue, that is what by Legion Field.
He changed nigga style.
Oh yeah, that's what you'll be too.
Right. He changed nigga style.
With a $3 bill, try to get lap dance.
But I think
to some old do or die.
To even think about it, like now that we're talking about the album in the frame of where it was, what all dropped around it, you know, you got to think about what all dropped around it. You feel
at
me?
that time.
Like you had Kendrick dropping, Cole dropping, Big Sean dropping, Wale More About Nothing. Like that's probably one of his best albums. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Mixtapes.
Best.
And it's like
best. Yeah.
Kush and Orange Juice was still able
it really cut
to stand out and cut through all of that and really become like a fan favorite. You know what I'm saying? You had certain people that like Kendrick, certain people that like Cole, certain people that like Deshaun, but shit, everybody
like that
Wiz with the Wiz.
He is that middle, that happy middle point for everybody.
Yeah, he was like, I just realized that.
That's why I wasn't surprised when he went mainstream, because it's like he was everybody.
Keep going, we got a minute.
He was everybody's man. You know what I'm saying? Then he was like everybody's rapper's favorite rapper at the time. They pull up with a pound. You know what I'm saying? He would pull up with a pound of smoke out, and and
then the smoke fade and your girl gone.
Right. Like, hold on, wait.
Just probably touch your bitch, nigga. Real shit.
And then she come back Monday with like weed crumbs all on her shoulder.
Taylor Gang tattoo on her smoke up back.
Like Taylor Gang over everything.
He took you for a ride, Miss Ma'am. Now you want to come back and be a wife? You better get your ass out of here. But shit. One thing that we usually don't talk about when we get to the rap shit segment of the show is instrumentation and like beats. It's a couple beats on here that I really wish would have stayed that I just hate left, bro. Like The Statement, Mesmer. Like the original was so much more like. It's like this, like the beats on this one don't have like the ketchup on the fries or something. Like it's still cool, but you knew like back then, like when you heard those songs, like they felt so much more authentic. Like it just feel like Splendor kind of, you know what I mean? But like overall, this was an incredibly produced project. Like, do y'all have any like favorite beats on here?
And just for reference, what he's talking about, the album was re-released for the current streaming platforms, because before this re-release, you can find this on any official sites outside of like live mixtapes, Dat Piff, Hot New Hip Hop, like that kind of stuff. That's not like official branded affiliates type stuff. So when they re-release the album or the project, and I kind of hate this sometimes when it happens, because it kind of happened with Crit too. When you re-release projects, they cut songs or they remix beats or change beats. So that's what he's really referring to when we bring that up. But it still was necessary for the culture to hear it in the modern times.
Right, to be able to have it released on the Apple and the Spotify and the title and everything. Yeah.
So we got
you got a situation?
Yeah, you back on.
Okay, cool. But yeah, as far as beats, I know I just keep going back to In the Cut, Never Been, but bro, like them the ones for me, bro. Like that smooth ass, like like that shit's so tough to me, bro. And I don't know, was this the first time, like the very first time I started smoking?
Probably.
It's some house music.
I know for me it was.
Man, DJ got geeked to some house music.
That thing.
But yeah, I smoked a little bit when this came out. I ain't gonna hold you.
Shit.
And but yeah, them two songs, like it just really put me in like such a, because like I did it by myself. Like I didn't really smoke with other people. So like I did it when I know I was in a.
You got a fellowship with the weed.
That was just me, bro. Like because
you like to be in your own.
Yeah, because I didn't really trust a lot of people during that time frame. So I just kind of Because I've seen too many other people have like bad experiences and people like taking bad shit for the most part. So I did it in a safe space.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, them 2 songs, like it just really just like mellowed me out, and it just put me like with what's that? Yeah, that's Never Been. Yeah, it made me feel like I'm underwater. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in fucking Atlantis or some shit, and I'm smoking underwater. Like I know it's kind of dumb to say, but that's how I fucking felt, and it was amazing during that time frame. I don't really do it now, but during that time frame, it just put me in a whole nother state of mind. So like those 2 beats in particular, I love the most. But another beat I feel as though that's kind of underrated is Visions. Like Visions, like, man, that shit is just like, it's a loop for the most part, but it's still like fire, bro, because he was really trying to get off to me, I feel, on that particular
Revving
song.
up all my engines.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably say Visions, In the Cut, Never Being are probably my favorites on the whole project, if I had to choose. Oh, Spotlight is good too.
Yeah.
I like Spotlight.
Oh shit, I just brought it up and didn't even pick one. Glass House.
Yeah.
And Glass House, Visions, and Good Dank. They're my favorite beats on here. And the original Never Been. Yeah.
Who, I don't know if you looked this up or not. Who like really produces beats?
I don't know. The only
Cardo and Jerm.
Yeah.
Oh, Cardo is Sledger.
Sledger, yeah.
And I think Jerm was his engineer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember this nigga Johnny Giuliano, because I don't know if y'all niggas was like
I
back trying to rap back then on SoundClick. Johnny Giuliano was running it.
Yeah.
So shout out to Johnny Giuliano, man. Like if you still out here doing well, blessings to you, man. You saved a lot of like smoked out rap sessions, bro. You took them beats to the next level, bro.
Yeah. If I had to say my favorite beats out the album, I like Pedal to the Metal. I think I like it simply because of how it came in. It was dun, 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 dun,
Johnny Giuliano.
Yeah. Oh, that was Johnny Giuliano. I love Pedal to the Metal. Other than like, of course, the original Never Been, Mesmerize. Because like you said, those 2 beats just kind of put me in a loop. Like they just had me looped. I love those beats. And then that Slim skit, bro. I love how like he just started at the end when he had the beat going the whole time in the background while he was talking. Then he brought it up, he leveled it up, and then started adding the singing on top of it. That
nigga really turned into a temptation.
It just took me to another place. Like it gave me a euphoric feeling from music. Like really.
So it was almost kind of like a live. Like a live session, like you said, because he had the beat going in the background. It just gradually like come up, and then like I'm adding this, I'm adding that. Yeah, I can see.
Like he was on stage.
Right.
Like on Jimmy Fallon or some shit. Like when they be doing the little late night shit. What about you, Joe? What's some of your favorite beats on here?
Of course, OG Mesmerize. Still Blazer because I'm just a pothead and I love reggae music.
I like the reggae.
Of course, Kid Frankie, because it's just like
I told you that was your song.
Yeah,
bro.
it make it goddamn.
I told you that was your song.
Kid Frankie and Slim Skit, like them probably like as far as instrumentation, I wish I can get those 2 like in live band action. Bro, I'll probably cry. You know
so a Wiz Tiny Disc?
Yeah, a Wiz Tiny Disc.
That'd be hard.
Wiz Orchestra, but yeah, Wiz Tiny Disc. Like,
he said he need like the big instruments, like Ross got.
Accompaniment. If it ain't an accompaniment, it ain't gonna do it. But yeah, man, them like it can't. Up is good too because it's like it's phonetically pleasing. It's like it do something to your cerebral cortex. It ain't just like the boom cat.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think it's whoever the singing is on it. That
is like it's this little noise in the
almost like a little raindrop.
There's so many little noises going on. Exactly. That's part of it.
Go up.
So
because it's almost like it probably wasn't a beat. Like it was like that sample that was like 5 seconds, and he just created everything else.
I can see that. I can definitely.
Yeah,
see
it sounds like it's just some. It's very bare.
Yeah.
So it almost like leave your mind up to imagining and connecting the dots, kind of.
That's
you know
so
what I mean?
hard, bro.
Right.
Niggas really be like talented with the musicianship shit, for real. But I guess now we're reaching the unfortunate end of the podcast. But before we get out of here, you know, we could talk about some closing thoughts. And if it's something that you would like to say to Wiz, since we know we kind of getting the reach to do the shit. So, for real, like, is it anything you want to say, DJ? I see you. Let that nigga know how you feel, cuz. Tell him we need Cabin Fever 3.
Nah, I'm good. But
Damn.
No, for real though, because like I just feel as though no, real
Well, what you say? Well, there's that.
No, real shit,
Right,
because like I don't want, like, if he did see, like, I don't want him to try to recreate like some shit that he already done.
I got you.
Like, I just wanted to be able to stand alone, because it already stands the test of time as being a classic. So whatever you did to make this is already out there. I don't need another one of those. I just like it for what it is. So if you do give us another project or another album, because I think he did release another album recently.
Yeah,
you know?
he did. I actually listened to it. It's actually pretty good. He got a couple of songs in there where it's different again, though. It's like almost go-go-ish. For real.
Okay.
Some of the
Okay.
songs.
He always on the cutting edge. Though. He really is. He
What was the name of it? Was it 2009?
I'm gonna get to you.
Or was that him in Currency? I think something did come out from him called
he got
2009.
them. He got them.
Well, Girl Talk. I love the Girl Talk album with him, Creed,
It's Smoke Dizzle.
Smoke Dizzle. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did like that album.
That shit was really, really good. I like that one. But yeah, I mean, I don't really want another Kush Orange Juice.
Multiverse, yeah.
And it definitely take you to the multiverse for real. Because he got songs with, like, he just Wiz, man. It ain't. I'm not gonna say it's nothing like Kush and Orange Juice, but like as far as like him still give you a couple of songs where he talking shit, you know, a couple of songs where he just vibing you out, a couple of songs where he just giving you a different. It's
like
decent.
I appreciate
He dropped
Wiz.
on the 28th of October.
Yeah, I mean, he's still,
and he independent now.
Yeah, he's very much active.
Shout out to Wiz, man.
Yeah, like I appreciate him and his career in the sense that he's always just been who he is. He's never tried to emulate anybody. He just was Wiz, and that's what I appreciate the most about him. And I feel as though this project really solidified him as a genuine artist to the masses. If you weren't already following like his mixtape run, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important. So like, I appreciate Wiz for giving us his album that for us to go back to, you know, enjoy, make content off of, you know what I'm saying? So just shout out to Wiz, man.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can say, honestly, like what I just kind of reiterate the fact or the point that I made earlier about just thinking back about that class, period. Like, I remember that XL cover and like just looking at you had Nips, you had West Coast, you had Pittsburgh, you had Fayetteville or by way of New York, you had Big Sean, you had you know what I'm saying? It was so many people, and for him to still be able to put his imprint and stamp a time or like a time and space, you feel what I'm saying? I feel like that was just.
And like I said, without a cosign, bro, he did not have a cosign, bro. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I don't believe Wiz had a cosign, bro. To my knowledge,
I don't think so. The closest he had was just him, you know, being super tight with Currency. But other than that, I can't think of a cosigning. You know, he got the Snoop comparisons after a while, but he was already Wiz at that point. He was already Wiz.
Yeah, he was definitely.
You got anything, Joe? You know, it's time to get up out of here.
Nah, man, just to like put the icing on, like, God, it's rare that we see somebody be able to come out like this and stay who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people changed. A lot of rappers from that era changed. Either it was their ego, their personality, or like something changed about the artist that just didn't fuel them in that right direction. Wiz can still do whatever the fuck he want to do in music right now. Yeah. He got that privilege to be able to do that. And I think Kush Orange Juice had everything to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Wale has to make great music in order to be relevant, right? Like Big Sean, if he drops a Boo Boo album, he will get dragged, bro. Like, Crit. I ain't gonna talk about Crit. Wiz has the power to drop whatever the fuck he want to,
and still have his fan base.
And I think that has to do with Kush OJ.
Yeah, and I think it just has to do with. I think that says more about his effect or influence on culture more so than just the music. Like, I think people fuck with Wiz, the stoner Wiz,
his attitude,
happy, positive vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Like, nigga, icon for real.
You know what I'm saying?
Really
like,
he like our generation of Snoop. I hate to say it, but I hate to say it. Sounds so cliche, but
because Snoop was able to touch all the masses pretty much in the same way for the most part.
Snoop ain't gotta give you no bars,
and he got to a point where he was too big to fail, kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that. Wiz, if you're listening, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Continue to serve your vast fan base and give like everybody, pieces of yourself in ways that you find artistically, satisfying to yourself, because you created such a huge fan base. So many people are going to enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? And you able to give glimpses of what everybody likes in pieces. Nobody will probably get the full album that they want again, but once you get that big, it's kind of hard to niche out. So like everybody else saying, just continue to do what you've been doing, and obviously the formula is working. You 12 15 years in the game, and you know what I'm saying, you still one of the most relevant of your era, for real. Even though people like kind of glance over you when they talk about the top 5 from the 2010s, you low key might be in that hoe. Like we being for real. So if anybody got nothing else, that's it. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of DeCypher. And as always, me, DJ, appreciate y'all for tuning in, and thank you again to Mike and producer / co-host / Temptation Joe for holding us down in front of and behind the camera. And until next time, peace. Strong ass nigga.
Getting brolic, bro.
I can't fart to all right, you good, Mike?
Yep.
Okay. Joe, you good?
I'm good, man.
Yeah, you good. Whenever you ready on the clap, man. What's good? I'm Skip.
I'm DJ.
What happened? We gonna roll with it, man. Hold on. Clap again in 5 seconds. What's good? I'm Skip.
And I'm DJ.
I don't know what's happening, cuz. One more time, Joe. One more time. I promise. Because I don't know what happened. Oh, because he did the clap. Okay.
It's the clap.
But it helped us sync the audio.
Yeah, you gotta know. You gotta know the clap.
That's so weird.
All right, man. I'm from.
Take.
Come on.
Yeah, take 4.
I don't like what happened. I can't stop. One more time, bro. I promise. One more time, because I don't know what's happening. Go ahead.